The brutal truth about comfort zones. There is a place inside you that feels safe, a place where the temperature is just right, where nothing surprises you, where the days feel predictable and the nights feel calm. You know exactly what to expect when you wake up. You know the route to work, the order of your habits, the weight of your routine, and for a long time you tell yourself, this is fine, this is enough, this is what stability looks like. But here is the brutal truth no one wants to say out loud. That place you call comfort, it isn't peace. It's paralysis wearing a very convincing disguise. The comfort zone doesn't announce itself as a prison. That's what makes it so dangerous. It arrives quietly, disguised as rest, disguised as wisdom, disguised as knowing yourself. It whispers, you've worked hard enough. You've earned this stillness. Stay here a little longer, and you listen. Because the voice is soft, and the alternative, the unknown, is terrifying. So you stay. One more day, one more week, one more year. Until one morning you wake up and realize that the life you always imagined is no longer in front of you. It is behind you, somewhere in the distance. A version of yourself you slowly, quietly abandoned. This is how it happens. Not in one dramatic moment, not in a single decision you can point to. It happens in the accumulation of small surrenders. The idea you didn't pursue because the timing wasn't right. The conversation you avoided because it felt uncomfortable. The risk you didn't take because you couldn't guarantee the outcome. Every single one of those moments felt reasonable at the time. But together, they built a wall. And you are standing on the wrong side of it. Here's something that took me a long time to understand. Growth and comfort cannot exist in the same room. They are fundamentally incompatible. Every meaningful thing you have ever achieved in your life required you to be uncomfortable first. Think about it honestly. The relationship that changed you, the skill that defined you, the version of yourself you're most proud of. None of it was born from ease. All of it came from the moment you decided to move despite the fear. Not after the fear disappeared, despite it still being there. We have been taught to think of fear as a warning sign, as something to avoid, something that means we're heading in the wrong direction. But what if fear is actually a compass? What if the things that frighten you most are precisely the things that carry the most growth inside them? The difficult conversation that could transform a relationship, the project that could define your career, the change that could rewrite your entire life. Fear doesn't mean stop. Fear means this matters, and things that matter are always worth the discomfort. So what do you actually do? You don't blow up your entire life in a single day. That's not courage. That's chaos. Real growth is quieter than that. It starts with one honest question you stop running from, one small action you take before you feel ready, one boundary you push, just slightly, that yesterday you would have called impossible. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need perfect conditions. You need the decision, made today, that staying the same is no longer acceptable to you. Because here is what the comfort zone never tells you. It shrinks over time. The longer you stay, the smaller it gets. The world doesn't wait for you to feel ready. Opportunities close. Doors stop reopening. The gap between who you are and who you could have been grows quietly wider with every year you choose familiar over fearless. You are capable of more than comfort has ever allowed you to show. You already know this. You feel it. In the restlessness at night, in the moments of sudden clarity, in the voice that keeps asking, is this really it? That voice is not your anxiety. That voice is your potential, and it has been patient with you for a very long time. The brutal truth about comfort zones is this. The life you actually want is waiting for you exactly one step outside of the one you're living right now. The only question that remains, and it is the only question that has ever mattered, is whether you are finally ready to take it.